Hello YouTube, welcome to the next model train review. Here we have the Bachmann Spectrum 280 with DCC and sound. Now I just turned off the sound for one moment. But anyways, here is the newest locomotive in my collection. Sadly enough, I had SD card troubles and I had to erase everything from the show, so that includes the trains we saw in the morning. But anyways, you can check out CSX Chaz 6000 CSX, Conrail 4129, Amtrak Fan 13, and CSX Wine 4 were also there as well, or Union Pacific 88. You can check out their video because they were there as well. But first of all, anyway, here is the engine. Very nice, detailed all around. The headlight is not the brightest and not the dimmest. The builder's plate, I'm not so sure as to that's actually what it looks like in real life. It's kind of an interesting looking builder's plate. But it's not that bad. Very nicely detailed engine all over the body of it. The pistons are very nicely detailed. Very nicely detailed. Nice wheels. As you can see, that wheel in the middle is a distinctive design from the others. I'm not sure why it's like that, but it just is. Very nice tender. 2890 with the cab figures, like all steam engines from Bachmann Spectrum, Boston and Maine. And the rivets are like the little dots. But anyways, very nice model. And as we can see, the truck's on the tender pickup connection because it's for the engine itself. Now let's get some shots of it pulling a train, which is also my new rolling stock. So it won't be the standard 3-car boxcars, it's going to be a different train. And we hit a dead spot. Okay, so now that we have it idled, we can listen to some sounds that we can't listen to when it's moving. One of my favorite sounds on this engine is button number 6. Button number 6 controls the water. In other words, if you push it once, you can hear the water cap on the tender open, water trickling into the tender and then pouring heavily, and then it closes. So let's listen to that sound feature. So that's that. And number 1 is the bell. Number 2 is a long whistle. Number 3 is a short. Number 4 is the steam release. Number 5 is the generator for the headlight. Number 6 is the water. Number 7 is the coupling. Number 8 is to mute the sound, and we can no longer hear it. And there is nothing for number 9. 0 is the headlight. So one of the things I really enjoy about this engine, other than its wonderful sounds, is that the cost of it isn't that, like, it doesn't cost that much. Very smooth runner, other than when it hits a dead spot. Not that expensive at all. The best thing about this engine is that it has the sound. There's really not much better than that. The sound is my favorite feature on this locomotive. It's a smooth puller. It can pull, but I wouldn't pull too much with it. Like here we only have a 7-car train. I wouldn't pull that much more than that. As you can tell here, it doesn't look that bad behind the buildings. Very nice model. I recommend getting one. They're excuse me. They're very nice to have. I got this for $125 at the show. You may find it cheaper or not as much. Now what's going on? There's not much more to say. Let's just get some shots of it running with the sound on. And I have a series of dead spots in the back. 1 second. very nice when it's slowing down. This engine is definitely my best engine so far. Speaking, it's very smooth when running. The sound is the best. This is a good engine for any model railroader. Even if you're starting, I would get one without the sound effects. But it's a great engine for any model railroader, no matter starting or just about ending. I'm gonna run through all the sounds one last time. Number 1 is the bell. Number 2 is the long whistle. Number 3 is the short. Number 4 is the steam release. Number 5 is the generator for the headlight. Number 6 is the water going into the tender. Number 7 is coupling. And number 8 is to mute the sound or turn it back on. I hope you enjoyed this review. I really recommend getting this engine. It's a fantastic engine, well worth the money. I bought it for $125, so you can't get much better than that. On Amazon it costs about $113, so a little bit cheaper. I like this engine a lot. I really hope you get one. The sound is magnificent. There's not much more to say about this engine, just that it's really wonderful. Mine didn't come with a box, and I'm gonna show off for 1 second. Speaking, mine didn't come with a box. I knew I would need one, so I made one. Let's just take this out. I whipped up nice box, but easy to make. I took some paper towels and put them at the bottom, and then I put some foam at the top, and then I took an old box, I cut out a square, and I found some plastic, and I made so you could see the engine. So I tried to make it black. It didn't really work, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the review. Not much more to say. Definitely a really nice engine, well worth purchasing. Our next rail fanning trip looks like in about 2 weeks CSX-194 wants to go to the River Line. We'll see how that works out with my dad and his mom, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching. Our next review following this one, I'm gonna put these two together because I just will. Right after this review is the Alco S4.